In the world of art, beauty can sometimes hide the darkest secrets. Meet Ethan Marlowe, celebrated sculptor, hailed as a genius, his lifelike statues the envy of the art world. But behind the marble masterpieces lies a chilling truth, one that no one dares to question, until now. When ambitious journalist Lucy Caldwell starts digging into Marlowe's meteoric rise, she uncovers whispers of a horrifying secret: disappearances, ancient rituals, and sculptures that are more than just art. What if those statues weren't carved, but captured? Prepare yourself for a story where art meets terror, and curiosity could be fatal. Welcome to the Midnight Sculptor. In the heart of the city, there lived a man whose name had become synonymous with artistic genius. Ethan Marlowe, an enigmatic sculptor who rose to international fame seemingly overnight. His sculptures, so lifelike and haunting, captivated art critics and collectors alike. Each piece was a masterpiece, as if the very soul of his subjects had been captured and immortalized in stone. But behind the flawless beauty of Marlowe's sculptures lay a darker, sinister truth, one that only a few would dare to uncover. Enter Lucy Caldwell, an ambitious journalist hungry for her next big story. Her attention had been drawn to Marlowe's latest exhibition, a collection of sculptures so realistic they sent shivers down her spine. The expressions of the figures, frozen in anguish or ecstasy, were far too vivid, far too human. There was something unsettling about them, something that tugged at her instincts as a reporter. Lucy's gut told her that there was more to Ethan Marlowe's brilliance than met the eye. And so, she began to dig. Lucy's investigation began innocently enough, a look into Marlowe's history, his rise to fame. But the more she uncovered, the more questions arose. His early work, while impressive, was nothing like the eerie perfection he had achieved in recent years. Then there were the rumors, whispers among the art community about people who had posed for Marlowe, people who had disappeared without a trace. As Lucy dug deeper, she stumbled upon something chilling, a pattern. Several of Marlowe's models, young men and women, had vanished. The timeline aligned perfectly with the unveiling of his most famous works. It was too much to be a coincidence, but she needed proof. Determined to get to the bottom of the mystery, Lucy arranged an interview with Marlowe himself. His studio, a sprawling warehouse on the edge of the city, was as strange and secretive as the man himself. The walls were lined with his latest creations, the air thick with the scent of marble and dust. Ethan Marlowe was charming, polite, even warm. He spoke about his work with passion, describing the painstaking process of creating his sculptures, the hours spent chiseling every detail. But as Lucy probed further, she noticed a subtle shift in his demeanor, an edge beneath his calm facade. It was clear that he was hiding something. But what? That night, unable to shake the sense of unease, Lucy made a fateful decision. She would return to Marlowe's studio after hours and search for the truth. Under the cover of darkness, she slipped inside, her heart pounding in her chest as she crept through the dimly lit workshop. What she found would haunt her forever. In the back of the studio, hidden behind a heavy curtain, Lucy discovered a small, secluded room, an altar, surrounded by ancient symbols etched into the walls and floor. On the altar, an old, tattered book lay open. The pages described an ancient ritual, one long forgotten by time. It was a ritual of entrapment, an unspeakable magic that allowed Marlowe to imprison the souls of living people within stone, transforming them into his sculptures. The statues weren't mere works of art. They were his victims, real people, frozen in time, their bodies forever locked in silent agony. Lucy's breath caught in her throat as she realized the horrifying truth. She had to get out. She had to expose this monstrous secret before it was too late. But as she turned to leave, she heard a voice, Marlowe. He stood in the doorway, his face twisted in a cold smile. "You shouldn't have come here, Lucy," he said softly. "Some truths are better left undiscovered." Panic gripped her as she tried to escape, but the walls seemed to close in, trapping her just like his victims. The next morning, Ethan Marlowe unveiled a new sculpture at his gallery, a stunning piece that instantly captivated the audience. The figure was striking, with a face twisted in fear and desperation. The resemblance to Lucy Caldwell was undeniable and terrifying.